I might make a YouTube video out of this one, so like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. But anyway, so this is the new team that I've been building, the no touch team. I've always been interested with like not auto attacking, just using your abilities. And this team seems to be able to do its job well, but the thing is you do need 2 5-stars. And that's going to be Kokomi and Albedo. So for you guys who don't have Albedo, you might get him soon because he's getting a rerun. That's good. For Kokomi, people who have Kokomi probably have the rarest character in the entire Genshin Impact community because she has the lowest pull rate. So not everybody has her. If they're going to rerun her, which I doubt it's not going to happen anytime soon, you can always swap her out with someone else, you know, some kind of healer, probably a Bennett. Bennett's pretty good, so you can swap her out with a Bennett. All right, we'll start with weapons. So for weapons, we have the Harbinger of Dawn for Albedo because it's probably one of the best weapons for him, especially if you're free to play. When your HP is above 90, your crit damage and crit rate is basically off the roof. You can also go for something like Festering Desire. That's good for him. But you can also go with this one, Aminoma Kageyuchi. But I would definitely go for the Harbinger of Dawn. So you don't have to worry too much about the rolls of your artifacts. For artifacts, we have the 2-piece Archaic Petra and 2-piece Gladiator's Finale. Only because this is the only way to get as much damage right now for Albedo. The other new Geo items, they're pretty much support items. So can't really do a lot of damage on those. So 2-piece Gladiator's Finale, 2-piece Archaic Petra. That's good enough. They're also... Gladiator's Finale is also kind of easy to farm, especially if you're a new player, because you always get these one. So this should be good because you're fighting bosses and stuff. Archaic Petra, obviously Geo for the Geo damage. For the artifact rolls, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage. That would be best. But if you can get defense stats, that'll be good as well. I got the defense sand. Again, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. I try not to get Elemental Mastery because they're kind of not useful for Geo because it only increases shield strength. So if you can avoid Elemental Mastery and HP as well, but I have a lot of HP on this one. Geo Damage Cup because obviously Geo Damage. And then crit rate or crit damage circlet. That entirely depends on your ratio. As everybody knows, the best ratio is 1:2. So for every 1% of crit rate, you should have 2% of crit damage. So that's the best ratio. This one, I got really fortunate. So that's 31% crit rate, 21% crit damage. Constellation, this is a 0 cons. No worries about that. For talents, priority would be the E and the burst. The normal attack, you can just let that go. For Fischl, Stringless is her best weapon. So if you have Stringless, go for Stringless. You can also go with the energy recharge ones, such as Sacrificial Bow, so you can get 2 summons on Oz, or the Favonius Warbow, just so you can get Oz and ult faster. When you have them faster, you can just cycle them, and basically Oz is always out. But Stringless is the best because you can increase damage on it. For artifacts on Fischl, it's just the standard 4-piece Thundering Fury because we're gonna be playing on elemental reactions, attack, sands, electro damage, goblet, and crit damage or crit rate. Again, just to get your ratios right on the circlet. Constellation, this is a C6. Fischl's been around for quite some time, so you probably have constellations on her. Talents, same with Albedo. The priority is just the E and the Q. So Knight Rider and Midnight Phantasmagoria. Next is Shang Ling. So for Shang Ling, weapon for me would be Dragon's Bane because we're going to be doing Hydro and Pyro damage because we have Kokomi and we have Shang Ling. So this is the best in slot weapon. Also, it increases her Elemental Mastery, which is good, because that will play with her artifacts, which is the Emblem of Severed Fate, where the more energy recharge she has, the quicker we can get our ults out, the quicker we can get Goba out. Alternatively, you can also use the Catch. The Catch is also good for dealing damage and increasing her crit rate, but for me, since Raiden is using the catch, because I don't have her signature weapon, I would go with Dragon's Bane. So artifacts is Emblem of Severed Fate for that extra damage and quicker energy recharge. So attack, sands, pyro damage, goblet, and then attack circlet. Not so much focused on critical on this one, because we're, again, elemental reaction is the focus. So not so much critical, but you can run critical if you have good ratios. Constellation, also C6. How many times have they given us Shang Ling? They've given her so many times. You get her for free in the Abyss. You get her for free in certain events. So at some point, you're going to get a few constellations on Shang Ling. Mine's C6. Talents, pretty much the same with the other two characters. You focus on the E and Pyronado, but more increased priority on Pyronado first, because that one's the bigger damage dealer. So yeah, these guys do not auto attack, so you don't really need to level up your auto attack. Last one would be, again, the rarest one, Sangonomiya Kokomi. She's pretty easy to build. You just need the 3-star weapon, Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. And the reason for this is you're going to be switching out of her really quickly. So we're giving her this weapon. So when we switch, we're basically going to give damage to the character we're switching to. Also, it gives HP, which is Kokomi's bread and butter for healing. The more HP she has, the better the heal. So this is perfect. R5 it if you can. I'm sure you guys probably have a lot of this. For artifacts, we are doing the Tenacity of Millilith. Now, Tenacity of Millilith gives additional HP, which is again for her healing, and making it 4-piece gives us attack bonus, 20% attack bonus for every time the jellyfish hits something. Per rolls, we have HP, sands, hydro damage goblet, goblet, and healing bonus circlet. So basically, she just attacks around and then heals you, but she's mainly for healing. And that is the party. So your usual opening when you're fighting opponents is you would bring out Albedo's E, and then you'd bring out Fischl, and then you'd bring out Goba. They usually pair with each other and overload units, and then you can just bring out the jellyfish as well, wherever you want it. And then just stand on top of it, so it'll heal you. And they pretty much do their job. Just automatic. They are all level 80, by the way. If you take them to 90, they're definitely going to scale up. You know, they're obviously going to do more damage, but 80 is just fine for me.
Then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise.
So we'll dodge those. Get that. Get Fischl out. Get that. Get that. Watch him go. Watch him go. Yeah. 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 And then you can just burst when you feel like doing it. You know. Dude, he already changed form, right? So we'll wait for him to do his zigzaggy move thing. Alright, he's done. Do that. Ah! And then bring out Komi again, and then switch back to Albedo and recast the E. Because we got the buff from the Thrilling Dragon Slayers. And watch the jellyfish go burr. Oh shit! Shit! Alright, he's dead. We could actually poke him to just kill him off, but I just didn't want to do that. Alright, he's changed forms. Alright, we'll bring that. Bring Fischl out. Bring Goba out. Just go burst. You just stand in the jellyfish to get some heals. Seriously, bro. Look how low he is. Alright, we'll just bring Goba. And then drop this. That should be done. Come on. Come on. Come on. There, he's dead. That was not the best performance. That just goes to show how strong this team actually is. Even though you're not doing anything. Hey, saves your fingers from all the tapping, saves your controller from all the tapping, saves your mouse from all the clicking. Right? 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 This is pretty good, right? And that's that with this party. Hope you guys actually like that one. Still working on other comps, you know. Some people, they just focus on like the meta comps, you know, just to deal the most damage. I'm interested in the fun comps, you know. They may not be the best one, you know, it's not meta, I know. They don't deal a lot of damage, I know. But they're fun. This is one of them, right? I like this because it's a fun build. So, hope you guys like that one. Like and subscribe because I'm going to put that on YouTube. All right.